this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for Dallas, Kleba is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA. Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Kleba. The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And Morris throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
George against Doncic. Pass to Brunson. Inside. Got a hand on it.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverley. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Here's Morris, and he banks in the layup. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic against George. Doncic, no good.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Now, here's Beverly. Brunson covering. Passes it to Leonard. Over Porzingis. Leonard, no luck.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
To the middle, Doncic. He can't get that one to fall. George with the defensive effort. No good there. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, it felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
And the shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
terrific season. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Leonard on the wing, the 17-footer. Misses off the left iron. Mavericks trail by 6. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Down low. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Back to Ibaka. Three-pointer. The shot comes out, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. The pass to Brunson. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic feeling it out. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Beverly, the pass to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 6-point game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out for trying to win this game.
And the Clippers miss again.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
There's a break in the action. Let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Morris finds George. And here's Beverly. Shot clock. Can they get it? And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Pass to Beverly. Left side, George. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's stolen by Morris. Now Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Brunson kicks to Kleba. Brunson scanning the floor, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard, 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And here's Porzingis for a three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Passes it to Leonard. 8 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Leonard's got 6.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Doncic right side. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Shot from 16. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. 7 points for Porzingis. The Clippers in the lead. And here's Beverly. Pass to George. Over Doncic. A nice shot by George.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Asked about the key, Coach said, dealing with Paul George. He's able to affect the game in so many ways. Kevin, they have scouted this game closely and scouted PG-13 even closer.
Thank you, David. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Dallas calls timeout. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Richardson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Richardson. He's covered by Leonard.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And it's George missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Out to the right wing. Brunson the pass to Kleba. Leonard with the steal. On up the court. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Richardson. Banked in off the glass. Everly with the ball. Leonard on the wing. The fader. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Brunson. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Clock at 6. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. .149 left in the first. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Brunson. How he performed last season. Put up about 9 points per, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
Ibaka, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's the 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Porzingis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Porzingis has got 9.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Good work there as it goes. And that's 10 points for Paul George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Brunson. Defended by Beverly. Brunson, the bounce pass. Here's Porzingis. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. No good. Shot missing. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 9. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Serge Ibaka talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Jackson, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. Jackson from long range. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside, Porzingis. Hardaway against George. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 11 points for Porzingis. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Mavericks trail by 11. Here's Richardson. Fires from the corner, and the jumper falls for him. Hardaway has got his first bucket in this one.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. George, that's a two-pointer. Misses off the right iron.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Outside Hardaway. Late tee that time from Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 9. To the paint. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better for the team.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Jackson comes over with the double. Porzingis passes to Powell. Can't get it to fall.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Pass to Richardson. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Dallas moving it around. Takes the three. Brunson, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Another miss is 6th of the night after 6 shot attempts.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Inside, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Passes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 18 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin, J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson with it. Leonard picks him up. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Rebounded by Jackson. Los Angeles leading by 17. Shoots over Doncic. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Can't cash in from close range. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Jackson has the open look, and the shot is long.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
To the paint. Hardaway passes to Doncic. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doncic outside. Here's Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
Now, here is George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Here's Hardaway. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from George. Now, Zubac. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low, here's Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 17.
You know, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Hardaway finds Powell. Here's Porzingis. Shoots over Zubac. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the middle. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway. 15 points for Porzingis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Checked in. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. Pass to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's good for 2. Morris has got 6 points.
Yeah, working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Now here's Porzingis, 15 points in the game. Here's Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Cauley Stein's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, I think Patrick Beverley, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Here's Finney Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Porzingis can't hit.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
When he came into the NBA, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the most refined player, but something in Spurs management and with the work of the coaching staff, they found a superstar.
Doncic outside. The shot from 20 feet away. And yes, it's good. Doncic has got his third basket of the night right there. Clippers leading by 16. And here's Beverly. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Finney Smith. Richardson dishes to Doncic.
Hey, come on, box him out, man.
1:51 left in the first half of the game. Leonard brings the double team. Cauley Stein doesn't go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And stolen by Richardson. Finney Smith passes to Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Leonard with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Richardson. There's the pass to Kleba. Dallas moving it around.
Get there.
Here's Doncic. And that one, good. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over them.
Get it.
And it's Beverly missing. Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Doncic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Doncic has got 10.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Leonard on the wing. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Zubac's no good. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. They get it back. Kleba, the pass to Richardson. Doncic with it. From deep three-point range, Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 27 points, 2 block shots, and 7 rebounds. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What you like about Kawhi Leonard, efficient in everything he does. Rarely does he take an extra dribble, doesn't take bad shots, and he passes in the right position to make the play.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
They rely way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. George finds Morris. Leonard on the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 8 points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brunson the pass to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Passes it to Brunson. The 3 bangs home the trifecta.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Runs in the pass to Doncic. The teardrop falls in. He's got 12.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Over in the corner, Doncic. Takes a three. Another three for Dallas.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Pass to Morris. Doncic against George. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Clippers. They led by as many as 18 points. Now here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Beverly looking around. Here's Leonard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Leonard's got 29 in the game.
Well, that's a nice dime from Patrick Beverly there, distributing the ball from the point guard position.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Here's Kleba, defended by George. Shot clock at 5. Runs in the pass to Kleba. Lets it go with a 3. Doncic, no good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
The pass to Doncic. Over George. Dallas again missing. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 14. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Patrick Beverly. Last season's performance for him. He was around 7 points a game last year. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
That's good from Beverly. And so he hits both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Doncic. Over George. Dallas again missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Now here is George. 14 points for him. Ball stolen. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the rejection by Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Rondo on the double team. Porzingis against Morris. Over in the corner, Doncic. Misses the three.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Morris. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Here's George. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 15. To stop the run, he lays it in. Doncic has got 17.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
And here's George for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in scoring. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls.
A fearless shooter and a remarkable dunker. Tim Hardaway Jr. is such a valuable rotation guy that you just want to have consistent effort from. And I think he's reaching that level now.
Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. And he makes both free throws. Clippers leading by 14. Now Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Fades back. Leonard, no luck. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Passes it to Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Rondo dishes to Ibaka. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Powell. And here is Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Outside Rondo. The tray. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trail by 12. Doncic outside. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by George. George has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard with no one around. That one wide left. To the inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Now the Mavericks with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Floats one up. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Rondo on top. Brunson covering. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas.
Yeah, Rondo's speed right there, a big help on that play. He uses it well to knife in there, get inside, pick up a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Kennard in for Morris. And so Rondo hits both free throws. Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Excellent D there from George.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Doncic against George. Doncic kicks to Powell. Hardaway up top. He's got 6, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Hardaway has got 8.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And it's Leonard at the elbow. Leonard draws the double. And the pass to Kennard. High post, Zubac. Outside Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Zubac against Cauley Stein. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Brunson, and the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Here's George. Powell pulls it in. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Down by 12. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Timeout, timeout.
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Dallas calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
making a change here. Richardson's checked in.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic.
Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here's Doncic, and there it is for him. Doncic has got 11 points in the quarter.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
To the middle, here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Doncic outside. Hardaway trying to free himself up. The layup off target. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's Leonard missing. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 14. Inside, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the dunk by Doncic.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Hardaway, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Los Angeles, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. Richardson with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. Defended by George. From 17 feet out, that one drops for him. And now it's up to 25 points for Luka Doncic. Los Angeles leading by 13. Down low, here's Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And that's now 37 points for Kawhi Leonard. Dallas shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Finds Richardson. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Zubac. 23 seconds left to play in the third. To the paint. It's intercepted. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. Poked away. Here's Doncic. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Doncic has got 17 points here in the second half. And so it's It's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Richardson. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The floater, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Mavericks trail by 11. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his third foul so far. And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Doncic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. There's the triple. And it's Beverly missing.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Looking to end his cold spell. Doncic, no good. Clippers leading by 11. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Beverly against Richardson. Doncic outside. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Beverly. Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. It's Richardson on the wing. To the inside. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by George. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic, no good.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Richardson against Beverly. Doncic right side. From the baseline. No good that time. Clippers leading by 13. George passes to Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Luke Kennard.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dallas calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. Richardson finds Doncic. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. Here's Beverly. The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 18.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. To halt the run. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. George, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Mavericks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Now, here's George. Porzingis with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Beverly. It's good. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Kleba kicks to Brunson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And the Clippers have possession. Clippers leading by 17. Right side, Leonard. The shot from the low post is good. Leonard's got 44.
Now, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Up top, Porzingis. He's covered by Leonard. Porzingis passes to Brunson. Leonard brings the double team. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. They get it back. Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 32 points.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Outside Leonard.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 19-point game. Three-pointer. He can't get that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. Porzingis with the ball. George picks him up. The dish to Doncic. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. Leonard's got 48.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Finney-Smith. And too long on the shot.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
And so here is Dallas. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Doncic. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Beverly, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Beverly's got 6 here in this quarter.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Down low, Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Now here is Ibaka. Kicks it to Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Brunson. A three-pointer is right on target.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Leonard draws the double. Here's Ibaka. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Clippers lead by 20.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Porzingis adds a 2, and he gets it to go from the corner.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
To the middle. Here's Leonard. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Shoots the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. George looking around. He kicks it to Beverly. Ibaka outside. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Outside Leonard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. All free throws good from Doncic. Now here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double, and there's the pass to George. And the Clippers miss again.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Doncic with it. Leonard picks him up. Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Ibaka. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Doncic. George with the defensive effort.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Now Beverly. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Here's Doncic. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And here's Leonard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight. Now, people may think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
Of course, we know where we want to go. You know, that's why we was focused tonight. We
got to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Fantastic backcourts facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. So I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. In the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He knows it will be tough to hold back Kristaps Porzingis, who's hungry to assert himself. He'll have to match his aggression and make him feel them at the defensive end. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. So it's the Clippers now. The Mavericks making the shot.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Leonard. The Mavericks making the shot. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Tries it from 9. Rebound by the Clippers. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Inside, shot to stop the run, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
2.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Pass to Doncic. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Here's Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. Second chance effort. Goes up again. And Leonard with the lay-in.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. The pass to Kleba. George against Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis, that's a 2. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 3. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Beverly against Doncic. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. 2 on the clock. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to Denver. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship will be in there. Those are the guys that are hungry, and those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season. They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Doncic against George. Morris outside. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Now here's Brunson. Defended by Beverly. Brunson, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
A two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Free throw drops for Leonard. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And looking now at some numbers for Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Good on the second, so he makes them both. George with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Here's Kennard. They trail by 6. Morris trying to free himself up, and George gets it to go.
Talented, driven,
He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Sinks the triple. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Shot from 16. The shot by George, no good. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Porzingis. Excellent D there from George.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's Morris. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
The shot by George, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Doncic, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
George passes to Ibaka. Here's Morris. 9-point game his last outing. Over Hardaway. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks leading. Now, here's Doncic. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Hits the front of the rim and out.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Passes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. Over Porzingis. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 7. The pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now, here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Porzingis can't hit. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
In the corner, it's Kleba. Looking to get back on track here. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now, here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Morris dishes to Beverly. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. From 12 feet out.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
Pass to Beverly. Passes it to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. George, that's a 2-pointer, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Pass to Doncic. A fadeaway, and Dallas again with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him, and the shot goes down.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's Porzingis. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Doncic. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Pass to George. Out to Ibaka from the corner. And the shot is long.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Brunson. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
It's blocked, but he stays with it. Goes back up. And no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Over in the corner, Doncic. The 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 13. Passes it to Morris. Back to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here from deep. The shot's good from Kennard. Mavericks leading by 10. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
George up top. Guarded by Hardaway. The shot by George, no good. And here is Hardaway. Here's Kleba.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
And so it's Dallas looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. Back right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. Kept alive. In the corner, Powell with it. Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over to the left wing. Brunson. And no good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down low. Another shot. Jackson misses. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you'd like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Here's Leonard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, here's George. Sweet little floater. George has got 8 points.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Brunson. 14 points for him. Got him with the bump fake, but couldn't finish. Clippers trail by 13. Nobody near Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Good. He's got 16.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Elbow shot is on the way. That shot off the mark. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Launches a 3. Doncic, no good.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And so here is Dallas. The Clippers getting the bucket. A floater, and Doncic finishes inside. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the Clippers call time here. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Dallas.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that back court.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Leonard kicks to Zubats. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Relivitsa Zubats may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubats does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
The free throw drops for Zubats. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. one falls, so he hits both of them. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the three ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 11-point game. 13 feet away. Powell pulls it in. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Richardson against Jackson. Now here's Richardson. Defense right on him. Basket counts.
He's comfortable attacking in the painted area. Josh Richardson is using his size to make it look easy.
Here's Jackson. And a missed layup. Mavericks leading by 13. Richardson outside to the left wing. And it's Doncic, top of the key. There's the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kennard. He kicks it to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Doncic, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Leonard dishes to Jackson. To the right side. Wide open look here for Zubac. And the Clippers miss again. Dallas has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by George. Doncic feeling it out. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Trying to end the drought. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Now, Doncic, he's got 15. Looking to end his cold spell. That one falls. Doncic has got 17.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And stolen by Richardson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Cauley Stein. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein.
And what I like about Cauley-Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 14. And the pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. Pass to Kennard. Leonard with the ball. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Jackson against Richardson. Doncic outside. Six on the shot clock. Richardson for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kennard. Kicks it to Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Richardson outside. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Another one falls for the Clippers. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Got a piece of it. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Richardson outside. And it's sent back by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Kennard. Clippers on defense. Trailing here by 8.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Ibaka slams it in.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka earlier in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Now here is Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. Porzingis against Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers trail by 8. On the wing, Jackson. Guarded by Hardaway. Chalk up 2 there. Jackson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Richardson finds Porzingis. And here is Cauley Stein. Hardaway for 3. But they'll get another chance. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Now just a 4-point Maverick lead. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Richardson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Here's Jackson. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Hardaway dishes to Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player. Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Mavericks leading by 3. Outside Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Brunson. 18 points for him. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he gets it back. For Dallas, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up and went on a 7-0 run to start. By the end of quarter 1, they were way out on top, leading by 13. Momentum shifted quite a bit during the second quarter, as did their scoring, but they still hold a 4-point lead at the break. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And the Clippers have possession. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries. Dallas shooting here about 46% for the game. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Here's Kleber, covered by Morris. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Beverly. Brunson covering. George passes to Morris. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. He kicks to Beverly. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you were on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs, it was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Brunson. He's got 18. Doncic outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Doncic has got 19 points.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Here's Beverly, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
For Los Angeles, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
The first one falls. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
George against Doncic. Count that one. 21 points in the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Leonard. 21 points in the game. On the wing, Morris. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Brunson.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
That's to Porzingis. Right wing. Here's Finney-Smith. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on George.
Yeah, easy call.
The Mavericks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And he knocks down the first one. So, for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Luke Kennard in for Marcus Morris. And both free throws good for Porzingis. The Clippers trail. And there's the pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. They get a hand on it. An even 3-on-3 break. Doncic against Beverly from 18 feet away. Doncic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Now here's Brunson, defended by Beverly. Yep, it counts. Doncic has got 23.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard, and it goes down 2 points. Leonard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night, has an array of go-to moves, and the endurance to keep on coming.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 23. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Brunson. The Clippers getting the bucket. Doncic outside. 5 to shoot. Passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Brunson. Last season's performance for him, he was around 9 points per last year. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Brunson. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Zubats. George, that's a two-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. So the wing on the left. Now here's Brunson. D right on him. To the middle. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kristaps Porzingis.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubats. George looking over the floor. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Richardson. 5 points in the game. Hardaway finds Doncic. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And here we go. Oh, what a play!
Watch it! Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Here's Powell. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Hardaway against George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now here's Hardaway. The pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. Doncic, no good.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. George passes to Zubats. And here's Beverly, guarded by Porzingis. Back to Zubats. Clock at 6. Kicks to Beverly. A 3 ball.
The key there defensively, don't allow anything easy. Josh plays with good physicality and energy.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Richardson outside. Paul George with the steal.
Watch PG! Watch PG!
And it's George finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Doncic. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Kennard. That free throw good from Doncic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Now here's Rondo. From deep, George cracks in the tray. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
The three from Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Richardson against Beverly. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard. Mavericks with the rebound. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. Right side, Rondo. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What precision from Rondo. Even when he gets knocked around, he keeps his focus and nails the shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Morris comes in for George.
One shot.
And that one falls for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And here's Richardson. 5 points in the game. He doesn't hit that one. Rondo with some nice D. To the paint, and here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop.
And this is what Beverly likes. Playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
Rondo against Richardson. Up top, Porzingis. He's got 16, and the shot goes in. Porzingis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Leonard the pass to Rondo. Nice D from Porzingis.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Leonard against Powell. Now here's Leonard. Not a lot of room. From the line. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Clippers leading by 8. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Morris, no good.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Powell kicks to Richardson. Poke loose. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Rondo drops them both. Mavericks trail by 10. Now Richardson, outside Hardaway. Powell finds Porzingis. Richardson outside. From outside, off the mark.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Floats one. Got a piece of it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Dallas with it. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. To the inside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. And that's now 35 points for Leonard.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Here's Doncic. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Clippers leading by 10. Here's Beverley. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 11. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. High arcing shot. Tries again. And it's Porzingis laying it in. Porzingis has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Passes it to Beverley. Back to Ibaka. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the line, and he comes up with the deuce. Rondo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
And when Rondo is dropping in the mid-range shots, it really opens up the floor for everyone else.
That's to Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Richardson. Looking to get it going, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And with Josh Richardson, they love his size in the backcourt and his mobility. He moves extremely well.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Thank you, David. And it's Leonard missing. Mavericks trail by 9. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's Richardson on the wing. And another basket for Dallas.
I love that catch and shoot. Defensively, you've got to close hard. Josh is dangerous in that area.
Rondo passes to Ibaka. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And so here are the Clippers. The Mavericks making the shot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Buries it down low. And the Clippers lead by 7.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
Now here's Brunson, defended by Beverly. Leonard against Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Super assertive on the offensive end, something Josh has worked on, and it's paid off.
That's good from Richardson. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Both good from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Clippers leading by 5. Everly with the ball. There's the pass to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Richardson outside. Over to the left wing. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Kennard. He feeds it to Morris. Over Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Clippers leading by 5. Now here's Beverly. That's tipped and stolen by Cauley Stein. 3-on-3. Richardson gets a wide open look, and the 3-ball is good. Richardson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Leonard draws the double. Morris, left side, fires the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. In the corner, Kennard with it. Just 5 to shoot.
Right here.
Poked away. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's Brunson. Kleba kicks to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. No good from Finney-Smith. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 39.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Out left to the wing. Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. 4 on the clock. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Clippers leading by 4. And here's Beverly. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
And the Mavericks call time here. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Mavericks trail by 6. Richardson outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Shoots over Brunson, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 41.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Richardson, no luck. Clippers leading by 8. Here's Kennard. No good from outside.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right.
Good.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Clippers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Morris outside. Back to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here's Richardson. He's tightly guarded.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Now here is Ibaka. Inside, Leonard uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 43 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Dallas calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Brunson. Left side, Porzingis. No good that time. Ibaka with some nice D. Leonard on the wing. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Richardson against Leonard. Richardson, no luck. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They're leading by 8. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 45 points.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Porzingis against Morris. Porzingis can't hit. And here's Los Angeles. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And it's Beverly missing. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Brunson, and it's blocked by Ibaka. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in. Kleba's got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to the wing. Plenty of space. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Now here's Beverly. Runs and covering. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Here's Beverly, following the score by Dallas. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
To the paint. So the Clippers win this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.